Welcome to the Wedding Weeds podcast. Your host is Tracie Morris, award-winning certified wedding planner at her company, You're the Bride. Tracie has over 2 decades of wedding industry experience. She is a mentor, blogger, and influencer, and she shares real stories, tips, and advice with couples who are tying the knot. Tracie's team helps busy, engaged couples maneuver big and small details so that they can enjoy their wedding experience instead of getting lost in the details, which is much like getting lost in the weeds. Enjoy this episode.
Hi friends, welcome back to another episode of the Wedding Weeds podcast. I am your host, Tracie Morris, and today I am so excited because I am on location at the beautiful bridal salon called the Wedding Shoppe in downtown Berkeley, Michigan, and I am here with the owner, Michelle McFarland. Welcome to the podcast today.
Thank you.
You are welcome. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing fabulous.
Great. Thank you for being on the show. So today we are going to talk with Michelle about a couple of different topics. We're going to talk about her early beginnings as an owner here at the store and how she got her beginnings and how she has come to fruition. We're going to also talk about some wedding trends. We're going to talk about what trunk shows are. Also, we're going to talk about some tips and tricks. I'm also going to share a fun fact. Actually, Michelle has been a You're the Bride client 3 times now, so we'll get into that a little bit later in the podcast. So are you ready to start?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right. I've got a lot of good questions for her today.
All right.
So I just want to know, I'm so curious, because I've known you for 20 years, I'm thinking.
More.
How could that be?
I know.
I always say we're barely 30, right? So tell everybody, how did you get your beginnings? Like, what did you do before you became an owner of this beautiful wedding shop?
Before,
yes,
I had no experience
Really?
in retail, none.
Okay.
And not in bridal, not in retail.
Okay.
I was a cash manager at a steel company in downtown Detroit,
Okay.
in their headquarters, managing
wow.
cash, moving money around, investing overnight, and
wow.
I just knew that was kind of suffocating my creativity and my soul. It just
Okay.
wasn't the long-term job for me, and I always knew from a really young age that someday I would own my own business.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Me too. That's girl boss.
It is. It's true.
Yep.
I just knew it.
Okay, great, excellent. And you've been now, last year we celebrated your 25 years.
Yes, and we just passed 26 now.
Yes, 26.
26 years.
Congratulations, that's amazing. We'll talk about a little bit more about that a little bit later. So what really though inspired you to go into the bridal industry? Because that's a whole ball game in itself.
It is, and it's not something that I ever imagined. It was, I think, just life circumstances. I had gotten married a year before.
Okay.
My friends were all getting married. My coworkers were all getting married, and I thought maybe there's something to this wedding thing, and I started to research it.
Yeah.
And we started as just an accessory store.
Right.
Which seemed a heck of a lot less intimidating, let me tell you, selling veils and headpieces and jewelry and invitations and shoes and everything. Things that don't even exist anymore. Remember ring bearer pillows and flower girl baskets, and nobody even uses those anymore.
Okay. Now that was the store before the Woodward store, because you had another store.
That was on Washington, South Washington in downtown Royal Oak.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I ever knew about that one. I knew about the Woodward store.
So we met, you're right, I remember that, and it was on Woodward. And we moved to Woodward 3 years after we opened.
Okay, got it. Okay, and how long were you in the first store then?
The first store, we were there for 3 years.
3 years.
Then we moved to Woodward, and we were there for 14 and a half years.
Okay.
And then we bought this wonderful building that we're sitting in right now.
This place is amazing. We'll show you some footage of it later. It's so beautiful. And you just had it renovated about a year ago.
We remodeled. We said refresh.
Which it was gorgeous before, but you guys, it is a place to be. It is so beautiful here. So ladies, you got to check it out. All right. So what do you think has made your salon unique, and how have you evolved since your early days?
Even back 26 years ago when it was just my sister and I working at the store, we really wanted to connect with the customers and have that personal relationship.
Right.
So we've really enjoyed a wonderful reputation the entire 26 years and a lot of word of mouth, brides telling their friends and family and total strangers to come in and check us out. So that's one of the things that I think really sets us apart. And the fact that we're always innovating, we're always looking for ways to elevate the experience for our brides, because that's what it's really about. You can buy a wedding dress anywhere. You can buy a dress in any of 3,000, 4,000 stores in the country, or you can buy one online. You can have one made. So what it's really about at the Wedding Shop is the experience that you get.
Personal connection. That's what the brides want. You don't just want to be a number.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, beautiful. And when brides are coming in, like, what can they actually expect on their first appointment? Like, can you kind of just walk me through, how does that work?
Sure. So we have this really large, open, inviting lobby, so that the instant that a bride comes in, she feels comfortable. There's a coffee bar for her to grab a coffee, grab a water or a hot chocolate or a tea, and just sit and relax, or have a bottle of champagne because we have a liquor license. So you can actually buy wine, champagne, canned cocktails in the lobby, so that you really can relax and enjoy yourself.
That's
Take the edge off if you're a little anxious, because that's normal. It's normal.
That's so unique. Like, I don't think I know of any other bridal salons that have a liquor license in the Metro Detroit.
Not in the Metro Detroit area.
So that really makes you stand out. Like,
and again, that was a really large investment for us to make, and it wasn't made for us to make money off of it. It was to enhance the bride's experience.
And who doesn't want a little cocktail when you're out with your girls?
Exactly.
Your entourage trying on dresses all afternoon.
And some brides come in and have a cocktail to begin with, and some end their celebration, their big day,
when they say
that
yes
way.
to the dress, and
they,
do
then they'll come out and they'll order a bottle of champagne.
Awesome. Okay. All right. And then what's the price point? Like, what's your range of the dresses here?
We have everything from clearance dresses that we want to find a really good home for, to $13,000 dresses.
Okay. All right, got it. All right. And let's see here. What about the sizes? Because not everybody is a size 2. I'm certainly not. So what do you offer for the brides?
We carry size 0 through 38.
Okay.
We want every bride to come in and be able to try on a dress in her size.
Okay, that's good. Excellent. And then I noticed you did have some beautiful accessories here. So what do you carry? Do you have like bracelets and all the jewelry? You have
we've got headpieces, necklaces, bracelets, earrings, hairpins, hair vines.
Okay. All right, great. So your stylist, that's what you call them, a bridal stylist, so she'll help kind of fit them from head to toe then?
Yes.
Awesome. That's amazing. All right. And then what about, when the brides choose their dress, do you offer alterations in here as well?
We do. A lot of bridal stores around the country, honestly, are getting rid of alterations, where we have kind of leaned into it. We have some amazing seamstresses. They can do simple fixes or custom work, and we want to make sure that every bride walks out with her dress really fully fulfilling the vision that she had when she first came in and bought it.
Okay. And how long does it usually take for alterations?
We're going to reach out and contact the bride 4 to 5 months typically before the wedding. Depending on what work we already know she needs done. And we want to start that alterations timeline 3 to 4 months prior, depending again on the work. And that way everything is perfect for the wedding day.
Okay, excellent. And then you will store the dress here till the wedding, or is there a fee, or how does that work?
We do not. If the dress, if you buy the dress and the wedding is a year from now, you're going to either take that dress home with you, or when it arrives, if we've special ordered it, you'll take it home with you. But once you start alterations, it lives here until it's done.
Okay, good. Because you don't want your fiance to see that dress.
Hey, what is better than a wonderful scented candle when you get home from work and you light it and your room smells amazing? Well, you've got to check out these new scented candles. They're deluxe by Arangus. I have a special discount code for you, 15% off at the checkout when you use the code You're the Bride. That's YOURE, the bride, all together. It doesn't matter, caps or no caps. They're amazing. They're out of New York. You got to get it now.
what is one piece of advice, or maybe you have a couple, you've been doing this a long time, that you want to give to a bride when she's looking for a dress? Because you can look through magazines and Pinterest. Like, what do you feel?
One thing is, it's very easy to get overwhelmed by all of the options.
Yeah.
And that can cause like choice paralysis or decision paralysis. You can't decide.
Right.
So really what's important is to decide where you want your experience to be.
Okay.
Where do you want to find your dress? Which location has inspired trust that you feel like, if I go there, I know everything is going to be taken care of, and I know that they're going to treat me right, and I'm going to find a beautiful dress. Because honestly, every bridal store has beautiful wedding dresses.
Oh, sure.
So it's really about the reputation, the trust you have, word of mouth. Like if you've heard from friends and family, they had a good experience there, that's the store you want to go to and have your experience.
That's great. Yeah. And how many dresses roughly do you have at one time? Because right now, we're in a lobby and we've got beautiful ones out in the showroom, but like, do you have 1,000 dresses, 500?
We have over 1,000 dresses.
Wow.
We do. We have over 1,000 dresses, but one of the reasons is because, COVID really changed a lot of things for our industry, and we were faced with our own fears and uncertainty of, if we have a bride come in who's already been so incredibly disappointed by what's happened in the world, and there's no one who can control that for her. But what we could control was her needing her dress and getting her dress in time for her new wedding date.
Sure.
And at the time, you'll recall, there were still rolling closures. There would be parts of the world that would shut down unexpectedly to control the infection and the virus. And so we decided at that point it was really important to us to stockpile gowns, to have enough gowns on hand that a bride could walk through the door and walk out with it the same day, so that if she
That's great.
had a wedding date, there was no reason that the dress wouldn't be here for that wedding date. And I think it really changed our mindset. And in a way, we felt more comfortable because it allowed us to protect her, the bride, more and her experience.
Oh, that's really nice. I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, so we've got, let me think of my numbers. 70 to 80% of our brides walk out the door with their gown the same day. A brand new gown that we bought for her. We just weren't sure which bride it would be for at that moment.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Okay. That's amazing. Yeah, COVID, wow, that was a doozy time.
Oh, it was.
Let's keep that in the past, I know. Okay, so and what common mistakes do you think brides make when they come in? I know you talked about the overwhelm and, Pinterest can lead you down a rabbit hole, but what do you feel?
Yeah. I think that what I see in my experience is they don't trust their own instincts, and they let the entourage
those
influence, their gown choice. And so that's something that I would say, listen to your inner voice. And yes, you brought those people, but don't tell them you brought them for their opinion. Tell them you brought them for their support.
That's a good one.
It really shifts the mindset to, she wants the good, the bad, and the ugly. No, she wants your support. As a guest, she wants your support.
Too many brides, it's too many opinions, really.
It is a lot of opinions, and some brides can navigate that, and some you have to really kind of dig deep and think about yourself and how you handle decision making, and if you are easily influenced by other people's opinions, because in the end, that's the bride walking down the aisle in that dress. That's the bride looking at wedding photos for 8 months later, 8 years later, and hopefully a lifetime later. So the bride really has to absolutely love the dress she's walking down the aisle in, and know that it was her choice and not somebody else's choice.
You have to feel it. I almost compare it to when you go shopping for an actual new home, you might have to go through 30 houses before you get that feeling of walking into the right house. So I feel like that's how it is to try a dress on. You just know, you get that inner feeling.
You did bring up an interesting word though, feeling, because some brides also come in and think, well, I didn't cry, so this must not be the dress. But again, that's something that the bride has to dig deep and realize, I'm not a crier. I'm not going to
Okay.
cry because I found a dress that I love.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
going to
I'm
be
very emotional.
Yeah, see, and that's the difference. It's not everybody. So,
yeah.
but if they come in and think that they didn't find the right dress because they didn't shed tears, that is, you know, they might be doing themselves a disservice. It's just knowing that you feel a security.
Yeah.
You feel confident and beautiful in that dress.
Good.
Yeah. Because that's what would sell it for me.
Definitely. Yep, looking good in there. Okay. Now, I know that you have a great sales team and everything that helps you out, so you're very blessed with that. But, you know, probably in the early days, you were in the trenches selling yourself. So can you think back, you know, many moons ago, what's your most memorable, or do you have any memories of selling to a bride? Any stories you want to tell us of a special bride or something like that we could relate to? Of helping them find a gown.
There's been so many wonderful brides over the years. I have a few, but I think that one that taught me a lesson, and I remember her to this day. I remember what changing room we were in. I remember the two dresses that she was between, and she had a scar on her back. And she had addressed it at some point during the appointment. And
self-conscious.
Yeah, she's a little self-conscious, but not terribly. Not terribly self-conscious, but just enough to point it out, as I think most people would. There's that, you know. Yeah. And I remember zipping her up in the dress, and I said, oh my gosh, this just looks so beautiful on you. And guess what? No scar in this dress.
Oh.
And she was like, really? And I said, yeah, let's go out and look at it.
Wow.
And that was the tipping point for her. And I think she really taught me a lesson, because this was way back, I mean, when we first started transition on Woodward. When we first transitioned from being only accessories to selling wedding dresses. And that was really pivotal for me to realize that made her feel more confident, which again goes back to what I just said, which made it her dress. Even though both dresses were absolutely beautiful and stunning, and she would have looked amazing in either one on her wedding day, that was the tipping point that she said, this is my dress.
Oh, that's great. That's a good one. Okay.
Yep.
Hey friends, have you ever heard about a Built Bar? Well, I'm about to tell you about the Built Bar. It is a fabulous chocolate treat, and it's actually good for you. These protein bars taste like a candy bar, and they will knock your socks off. If you know me personally, I'm out on social media always talking about the Built Bar. They are the best thing that I have ever discovered. And I discovered them one time on a trip to Arizona, and my friend handed me this Built Bar, and I had never heard of them. So I tried the coconut puff, and oh my God, it's amazing. These Built Bars are low in sugar. I'm talking only about 7 grams. Low in calories, about 140 calories a bar. High in protein, which is what you want if you're working out, you're trying to lose weight for, you know, a wedding maybe, any special event, or just to stay in shape, right? Because we all could use a little bit of weight loss in our life, trying to fit into those pants. 15 to 17 grams of protein. The flavors are amazing. Cookies and cream, cookie dough. We've got brownie batter, mint chip. Aren't you salivating? Yes, you are. Chocolate milkshake. Hello. Everybody's on the salted caramel train. They've got churro, mint puff. I mean, the list just goes on and on. But also, these have collagen in them, which is good for skin when you're getting a little bit older. But you guys got to check these out. I do have a special discount code you're going to be putting in at the checkout. YTB, of course, for You're the Bride. Built. BUILT. It's all together. YTB Built. And you'll get 10% off your purchase. I'll go ahead and put this in the show notes, but I really hope that you'll try these, because once you do, you will be hooked just like me. Gotta try it. Gotta love it. They're amazing.
Let's see. Oh, so I know you travel a lot, and you go purchase these dresses even in like other countries.
We do
right?
sometimes,
and
yes.
Chicago, I'm hearing you go to the bridal market.
We do.
So how often do you do all that?
Oh,
A couple times a year?
5 to 6 times a year.
Oh, wow,
typically we're out and about meeting with designers. We
Nice.
most likely you're going to find us in Chicago or New York.
Right.
And other than that, we will visit some designers in person.
Wow.
And
fun.
go out of the country. We'll attend bridal markets out of the country.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And do you have a favorite designer? Or a couple, if it's hard to narrow
You
down.
know, it's too hard because I love
bet.
so many of my designers. We've become personal friends, so I'm
Right.
not going to name any names.
Okay. I think I know the one.
But there are so many.
Yeah.
The one you might be thinking of is the one that reminded me this morning that it was 8 years ago. Or sorry, a year ago today we were celebrating our
the one that
25th.
was here?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
yes.
that's
And
cool.
I absolutely adore him.
Right.
So much.
Excellent.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
So, and do you have a particular style that you gravitate towards too, that you like of dresses?
I have been saying this is, of all of the years I've been in the industry, this is my favorite season of bridal styles.
Oh.
Absolutely, hands down.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. We've gone back to a very clean, elegant, elevated look.
Okay.
And I don't know, there's something so grand about the dresses coming out right now. They make a statement, but the way that they're constructed, when we're going back to the structured gowns with the boning, they really accentuate the bride's best features and make her look the best she can possibly look on her wedding day.
That's what we all want.
Yeah, because there was,
Swimming.
there are dresses, especially the dresses with a lot of illusion and deep plunges and cut out sides. They don't have the support.
Oh.
They just don't have the support that a corseted, boned gown will have.
Okay, that makes sense.
And the classic laces are coming back. And the gloves and the bows and the pearls but with a modern twist.
Oh.
With a modern twist. We're seeing 2 and 3-piece dresses come back
Really?
in style.
Okay.
It's really fascinating.
Yeah, I only had a bride in my 26 years she had a 2-piece. It was, like a skirt and then the top, and then she got tired of wearing the skirt, so she literally went and put on jean shorts, and we were on the yacht that goes down the Detroit River, and then she partied with the jeans on, and part of her bridal, the bodice or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun, but I'm like, you spent all that money on a dress to take it off. I would leave that whole thing on the whole day and the next day.
I know, it's tempting. It
I
is.
know.
But now a bride can buy a fitted lace dress and have a satin corset piece that goes over it with an overskirt.
Oh, that's true.
Completely changes the look, so she can wear that down the aisle and then remove the satin corset and satin overskirt and dance the night away with her guests.
That's true. Yeah. No, and actually that leads me to another question. Do you get many brides that will purchase a completely second dress without doing those little alterations or whatever?
They do.
They have a budget.
They do. They'll buy a ceremony dress, a reception dress, or they'll do a ceremony dress and wear it to the beginning of the reception and then switch into a bridal mini.
That's my
for dancing.
Yeah.
You know what? I think it's wonderful because it gives
great.
the photos so much more depth and they're so much more interesting because of the outfit changes.
It is,
right? And you think about once the older relatives leave the reception, she can change into a bridal mini and go out and just dance the night away with her friends and family, her younger friends and family.
Yeah. And sometimes these receptions are ending at midnight and the bar is still open for 2 hours, so they want to go out and do an after party at a bar too. So it's cute to have a little dress that's not so big with all the stuff to carry. So that's good too. Yeah.
Well, it's really changed, and I think we started in business right around the same time, and it used to be that the bride would buy her wedding dress, and that would be the only thing that was white or ivory.
Yep.
But now every outfit, think about it, the engagement, if they know it's coming, they're wearing white or ivory.
They are.
The
at the rehearsal,
but the engagement party, the showers, the bachelorette, everything. So I love seeing the evolution of how the traditions have changed and evolved to really meet the modern bride where she's at.
That's true. Do you have dresses here that are more simple that they could buy for their a rehearsal dinner, or is it more fancy, I would say? Like, do you have something simpler?
We have the bridal minis.
You do?
Yep.
Okay.
We've got in middies, minis and middies.
Right.
And
well, that's good to know. Then I'll have to send some girls here
Yeah.
too for that. Because I'm always like, I didn't realize you had the more like simple. All right, good. Okay, let's talk about trunk show. Do you have the trunk shows here a couple times a year then?
We do. I know we have some planned for next year already with, oh gosh, don't quote me. I could be wrong because I don't plan them.
She has a team for that.
My team does that.
That's awesome.
But I think you can expect to see some big names coming into the store in the next 12 months, like Panina Tournay, Haley Page, Colby John.
Right, yeah. Awesome.
Those are definitely ones we have on our docket for next year to bring to Metro Detroit.
And explain to everybody what that really means. Are they offering discounts? Do they sign something? Like, how, do they just give more education on the design itself?
What happens is the designer...
Because I'd like to know a little more. I've never been to
Okay, so, I mean, the reason it's called a trunk show is because the items used to be shipped in a literal trunk.
Okay. Makes sense.
Shipped in a giant trunk, and that's why they call it a trunk show.
Alrighty.
So, should we change the name? Probably. Perhaps it should be a designer showcase or something different that might make more sense to Gen Z. And but for now, it's still called a trunk show, and it means that we have a traveling set of dresses that comes into the store that are different than the designer's dresses that we already have in stock, so that the bride can come in and see a larger selection of that designer's season, the current season, the most current.
Okay. And then do they discount them or they don't?
Occasionally there are discounts, or it may not be that it's a straight up discount, but it could be that you get a custom change for a discount or something like that. It really depends on the designer's guidelines, because some of them do not like for their gowns to be discounted.
Yeah, no, that's why I was wondering, because it could be an area that you want to get into.
Right, but it's a special opportunity for a bride to come in and see a larger selection of that designer's collection.
Now, when the designers come in, like if a bride had an unlimited budget, like could she retain him or her to they'll design a dress for them?
Well, I'm sure there's a price for everything.
Yeah, but that could be tricky then, because then they would have to fly out to their location for all the measuring, or maybe they could do does that ever happen? Like, have you ever had a bride that was like, oh, I want Colby to design that dress, and then they'll work together?
I imagine of all of the designers, Colby would be the most likely to do so. I absolutely adore him. He's one of my favorite people on the planet, and I was texting with him today.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, so I think that he would. Like when my own daughters get married, perhaps they'll wear a Colby jacket.
That would be fun. Okay.
Hey, so you're getting married and you're thinking, maybe I should get a prenup. Well, that's where Hello Prenup comes in. It's the all-in-one platform that gives you the highest quality prenup in the most affordable way. I will provide a link to the website in the show notes, so check it out.
So, and there, what trends in wedding gowns are you just ready to say goodbye to? Is there any that you're like, oh, I don't like that style, that needs to go, or have they already got rid of them and I'm not even aware?
I think there's a place for every style because, again, it's really up to everybody's individual taste. And what I find most interesting about this time also, this era of wedding dresses, is that it's not oversaturated with just one style. And I really credit Pinterest for that. I think that nothing dies on Pinterest. As long as it remains popular and keeps getting repinned, everybody still sees it. And I think that has influenced the variety of gowns available to today's bride. So it used to be, like when I first started selling wedding dresses in 2008, everything was satin. Everything was satin or taffeta.
Satin in 97.
And then you started to sprinkle in a little bit of lace. But then it felt like all lace became popular and every satin dress was out. And that's what I mean by overload. Like if a designer feels that a look is going to be hot, they would just abandon every other look and solely design that for the next season.
That
and
makes sense.
They would make bridal market a little boring too, quite frankly. It's like, oh, everything looks the same. And right now I feel that with the popularity of dresses on Pinterest, designers have to have a more rounded collection. more variety for the brides to choose from. Now, things that we are seeing go away, and it's not because designers aren't designing them anymore, it's because brides don't want them. We're seeing a shift back to a more modest look. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not going to be like up to the neck and down to the wrist, but the deep plunge is going away. The cutout sides are going away because the bride wants more coverage. She wants to be a little more modest walking down the aisle.
And you have to be careful because in the Catholic Church, they don't allow that anyhow.
Well, not very many brides, as you know, get married in a church anymore. That's another thing that's really changed from when we started. It was like there might be one bride who decided to break the mold and not get married in a church. And then over the years, it just kept shifting to the point where now, at least in Michigan. Now, this may not be true down in the South or other parts of the country, but in Michigan, not that many brides are getting married in a church.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they're at barns and hotels and people's backyards everywhere.
And I think that a lot of that was just driven by pure convenience too. Pure convenience of having everything happen in one location.
Yeah, it does make it nice. Yeah, being a planner, it makes it nice.
Oh my gosh, for a guest. I mean, remember back in the day, you'd have to go to the ceremony at like 11 a.m. and then the reception didn't start till 4, and you're like, what am I gonna do? I'm not even from here.
Oh my God. Yeah, you go to the hotel bar and they're all tanked by the time they get to the hall. Yeah, it's crazy.
So much better now. You show up for the ceremony, you roll into cocktail hour, you have dinner, and you dance, and the night is over.
Exactly. Yeah. Let's see here. So I'd like to know if you could tell us about your scaling, because you're very successful in your business, and I'm very proud of you. You're welcome. I've known you a long time. She's scaled quite well. So if you want to maybe, if you don't mind sharing a little bit about your experience, I'm just curious, how have you built your team? And because finding good help is so difficult. I've even struggled with that in my own business, and finding people that want to give 110% and work for you. So do you have a secret or any tips you can share on that?
I can tell you that I have interviewed hundreds and hundreds of people.
It's not easy.
And I've really honed my skills.
Okay.
And it really does come down to the team, and I have the most amazing team. I have people who have been with me for 14 years.
That's amazing.
Gosh, 8 years to 13, 12, 11, all the way down to team members who started this year, and we are constantly growing. And what's fun is we had team members start with us at 19, 20, and now they're married and have 2, 3 kids. And so we're bringing on new team members because of growth, but also because of the changing life. Of our stylists.
It's a big family.
And so they have to kind of scale back on their hours, and so we bring more people in to support that and allow our wonderful stylists who have been with us for years to remain with us in a capacity that works for them and their family.
Family friendly oriented. That's great. And you're such a great leader. She's very compassionate to everybody. That's great. And your daughter works here still?
I have 2 of my 3 daughters.
They're both working here.
One has graduated from Wayne State and joined the team. Maddie, she joined the team in I think last year. And she's helping with our importing and working, because we work a lot directly with our own factories, creating unique pieces for our Wedding Shop brides. So she works with that team. And then Riley is currently at Michigan State and graduating this coming spring. And she has been supporting the back of the house team on and off for years. So
time flies so fast. Awesome. So congratulations on that. Did you want to talk about your other endeavors at all?
Oh gosh.
Other locations?
We've got, we have a wholesale business. We actually work with bridal stores all over the country. We design a lot of our own, most of our veils that you find at the Wedding Shop, most of them, not all, are designed by myself or someone on my team for Aisle and Altar Designs, which is, we go and show at the Chicago Bridal Market and meet other bridal store owners there. And we also design headpieces and some sleeve options.
That's amazing.
Expanding that all the time.
Designing's fun. Well, thank you. Good. Let's see. And then lastly, as I was saying, Michelle has actually been a You're the Bride client 3 times, so I thank her for that. As she was talking about her daughters that she's very proud of, Maddie and Riley and Megan, of course, yes. Yeah. Megan's doing her own thing though.
Yes, Megan is wonderful.
We don't want to leave her out. Yeah. But I did plan 2 high school graduation parties
for 3.
For 3, right? Because she has twins. I know, that was interesting. So we did that, and that's why it's like hard to believe, like they're already like college and graduating, and the one already like time. Like,
I know, because when I started this business, I had just gotten married a year before, and I didn't have any children, and now I've got 3 young women.
I know, it's amazing.
Yeah, and I always tell this. You may be surprised to learn I hated planning my own wedding and vowed to never have to plan anything like that ever again for the rest of my life, which is why I always rely on my dear friend Tracie to plan every big major life moment for me.
I appreciate that, and I love planning, so Michelle does call me. And then last year we celebrated her 25th anniversary here at the beautiful Wedding Shoppe.
1 year ago today.
Yes, ironically,
I can't believe it.
I know, so it was symbolic, because we were going to do the podcast about, a month ago?
Oh, we were, and schedules didn't meet up.
So I think it was perfect that it happened on her 1-year anniversary of the
25th.
I know. So now 26 years she's been, and I've been in business 26 years as well. But like I said, hard to believe when we're barely 30, you know?
I don't feel old enough to have adult children or a 26-year-old business. I still feel like I'm trying to figure it out.
It's crazy. I know. But so thank you for always putting your trust in my company. It's always,
thank you for always saying yes.
Of course. I love it. Yeah. So we'll have to do something again soon. I don't know. Plan the
30. We're just going to start planning 30
every
right
5
now.
years we'll go, right? Yeah, might as well. All right.
4 more years to go, that's all.
So is there anything else you want to add that you'd like the users to know? The listeners? I said users, but the listeners know. Yeah.
I just want to invite you, if you're a newly engaged.
Yes, definitely.
Bride in the Metro Detroit area, please come in and have the Wedding Shoppe experience for yourself. Bring your friends and family. We've got champagne and wine, as I said, to kind of help you relax and enjoy the process. We've got our own private bridal suites, so you get your own space. Beautiful in here. I know we're sitting in the lobby, which brides do come out here and want to see the dress in the lobby in the natural light, but we have 9 private bridal suites for you and your guests to enjoy the experience in.
It is beautiful. Well, Michelle, thank you so much for being a guest on the Wedding Weeds podcast today. But if anybody does want to schedule an appointment, what's the best way to get in touch?
Honestly, the easiest way is to go right to our website, The Wedding Shoppe, shoppe.net.
Okay.
Because when you go on there, you can see all of the options, all of the days and times available, and then you can go back to your crew and coordinate, because I know it's a lot of people to
the entourage with all those opinions. I think it's best to maybe just pick, I don't know, the mom, a couple, two bridesmaids.
Every bride does what she feels is best for her.
It's fun. I know. Okay. But before we go today, if you do want to become a supporter of the Wedding Weeds podcast, I would love to give you a shout out if you want to make a donation to the show. Also, we do have fan mail, so please drop me a line. Let me know how I'm doing. I would love a 5-star review if you think we're doing well. And also, definitely, Valentine's Day is coming up. We do engagement proposals, holiday parties, which we're getting close now, but we could still whip something up for you. We do, what else do we do? Pretty much everything. Graduations, baby showers, bat mitzvahs, everything. So I would love for you to give me a call. We will have the key takeaways in our show notes for the people that are listening, on all of our platforms. But again, today, thank you, Michelle, for being here. And this is Tracie Morris signing off for the Wedding Weeds podcast. And thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.